Traders, we're going to run through last week's trade signals sent into VIP. I've highlighted these in green over here on the right. So we just start from the top and work our way through. This is an important video. We're going to be discussing our strategy, how we've been trading these, and as of this week I'll be shifting gears. We've been trading these on actually the daily time frame. I know this is a 4-hour chart. I've just set it up here so we can get a bit closer to price action, but if we scrunch that up, it's the daily time frame that I've been working off, and the main reason for that is the fact that we've been seeing increased volatility in the markets of late, mainly since the Bank of Japan increased their rates. That in combination with the US elections coming up has really caused the markets to behave fairly erratically in recent times. Prior to that, I've always been a trend continuation trader, 4-hour time frame. That's been my bread and butter for a long time. Expansion retraces, you buy on the pullback, buy on the pullback, buy on the pullback, etc. But what we're getting a lot of in recent times are these really fairly aggressive moves. And anyone getting comfortable, with the 4-hour pullback stop under the previous low type of setup are getting hammered with their stops being taken out with these moves here. And not only that, this is Wednesday. This is Tuesday here. Tuesday, Wednesday. Look what happens. Midweek, what would in previous times be a normal trend continuation setup. Now these are going against the grain. We're actually in this trade. We're still running the Aussie CAD, and I'll stay in it until either it hits our stop or we come good. But we are seeing a lot of this going on in recent times. So the way I compensated for these aggressive pullbacks was to go out to the daily. So I'd normally trade a 4H, then now I'm going out to the daily. And you can see this is a wider stop. So on the daily time frame, this is the swing here. This price, the swing low, I should say, to high. And I'm looking for stop loss under the previous swing low, but these are getting taken out too. A midweek shift in the trend. So we can't rely on, like I would normally in previous times, I would normally trade the weekly open, bit of a stop run, and then we get a weekly candle, the high and then the close. Right, but this is kind of out the window at the moment, given this is occurring Tuesday, Wednesday, and really causing issues with a lot of traders. So the workaround with it now will be, I'm going to can these two, and we're going to revert to a 15-minute time frame. Same strategy, trend continuation. I might even look for some counter trend opportunities, but we'll be trading a 15-minute time frame into the coming week. So rather than intraday swing trades, we're now scalping / day trading. What I'll do with this is show you the comparison if we were to be trading these on the 15-minute time frame versus the 4-hour. Right, so here's a 4-hour. This was the trade we took. Still running, could go either way at this point. But let's go down to the 15-minute time frame and have a look and see what this would look like if we were trading this on the 15-minute time frame. Well, if it's a 15-minute time frame trade, I wouldn't take this trade. The 4-hour, yeah. But on a 15-minute time frame, we're going to be looking for trend continuation, like so. We want the green bar under our indicator here. And then we look for the pullbacks on this time frame, okay, versus the 4-hour. So in this case over here, given that this here is green, I wouldn't take that trade long. I would have traded any of these, this one. Okay, looking for buy opportunities. The other thing though we've got is a higher time frame. That's a monthly, the white line, and this orange line is a weekly. Right? So you see price trading into a level like that. Well, you probably wouldn't want to be buying into that. Buy back here on this pullback for sure, and there's your target. All right, so on the 15-minute time frame, it's going to be completely different. That would have been a nice pullback to get involved in, even if we got involved with that. There's a target. Where do you want your stop loss? Well, in the cloud. And that could work out, but yeah, that over here would not have been a trade. Again, we need to be looking at that. So let's run through and compare these on the 4-hour and the 15-minute and see the difference. So Aussie dollar, let's go back out to a 4-hour. All right, you can see this little blue and orange. That would have been our 15-minute time frame. So look at this. See, we got taken out on this one. market shifted gears Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, midweek, it decides to roll over. I mean, since back down in here, it's been really nice going. So, you follow your strategy. That would have been a difficult trade if you had a tight stop. Trend continuation, and look what's happening, right? So we're going to avoid the higher time frame, and this is a minus 1R, but on the 15-minute, if we come into where we took this trade, look at this setup. 15-minute time frame. Okay, we're running off these signals here that you see, giving us the pullback on this time frame. There's the pullback. This bar is green, telling us we need to be looking for a buy. I mean, that's a nice setup. So there's your buy after this signal here, or this one. Stop loss under the previous low, and there's a 2R outcome, right? So the 4-hour in this case was a minus 1R, but the 15 minutes gave us a 2R gain. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, you can see how this is across the board, right? Again, the higher time frame, I'm following my usual strategy, looking for that midweek. And I mean, how aggressive is that? All of the stops resting under here, sell stops, get wiped out, right? And this is off to the races again. Again, I went with a fairly wide stop, you can see, but can't compete with that. That's Bitcoin on the daily time frame. I know it's a 4-hour chart, but I was really, trading them on the higher time frame. Go down now to the 15-minute and look at the difference. Okay, so if this was taken on a 15-minute, it would have been based on this signal that you see here, these two little dots, right? They're generally going to be our signals. Our multi-time frame is giving us a bearish signal here, or momentum is bearish. And look at the trajectory. We can see here how this is clearly running south. So here's your setup. Enter, short, sell. Stop loss above the previous 2R target, and there's a plus 2R. So this was a minus 1R on the daily or the 4-hour, and a plus 2R on the 15-minute. CAD Swiss, yeah, we got caught out with these higher time frames last week. Yeah, look at that. Okay, stop loss was taken out, but on the 15-minute time frame, well, we'll have a look at it on the 4H first. So this is what I'm looking at on the 4-hour. See this break of market structure? So I'm looking for that, but this is nothing more than a very aggressive stop run hitting these stops under here. 4-hour time frame, it sets up really nicely. Everyone gets comfortable with this. This is a very common strategy. 4-hour time frame, okay, go in on the pullback, stop loss under the low, previous low, and then you get that midweek. And again, I'm going with the higher time frame. This is actually a daily time frame that I'm trading this on. Right, so you see my stop loss is way up here. This is short. Okay, we're trading now this breakout, right? Break of structure. We haven't been taken out yet. This is a weekly here, so that could roll over. And we'll just stay in it until it either comes good or the stop gets hit. I mean, that could be okay. We'll see how it shapes up. If we'd been trading this on a 15M, we would have been already in profit 2R. Euro Swissy, it's still running, so I mean that could just be an aggressive pullback, and that continues. So that's still open. 4-hour time frame. I'm looking for the continuation. Again, same strategy, right? Expansion, retrace, sell. Expansion, retrace into here. Well, there it is. Sell. And then it decides to do that. But on the 15M, this would have been a sell based on price action, based on this indicator here, giving the go-ahead. All right, there's an expansion, retrace, get involved short. All right, so it would have been after this. See the signal here? The little square. So that would have been a signal to get us involved, and we would have come in after the fact, most likely on this pullback here, something like that. There's another 2R outcome if we'd been following a 15-minute strategy. Euro pound. Now we got taken out on that one. Okay, retrace, sell, swing high, swing low, retrace, sell. Looking for continuation. Part of the daily time frame swing trade idea is with this wide stop. I mean, it's well and truly above these highs. It went, back above this previous daily high or low, is to help avoid the volatility. Generally speaking, in the past, you'd be able to trade through news events on the higher time frame setup. So it gives you room to breathe to be able to handle the volatility. But of late, mainly since the Bank of Japan increased their rates, then we had the carry trade issue. If you don't know what that is, you can do a Google search carry trade. Through a major spanner in the works, and we've had really excessive volatility since. So we've got that coupled with the upcoming elections and geopolitical events in the world. But yeah, the main things are the Bank of Japan rate rise and the elections and what have you coming up. The markets have been incredibly volatile, more so than previously. Just have to have a look at the VIX and you can see why. Euro pound, the higher time frame is bearish at that point, so we look for a sell. There it is. See, there's the pullback. See, that's what you're seeing on the chart right there. Lower highs, lower lows, trend continuation. Go for it. Look at this wide stop. And all right, we get taken out on that one. Have a look at this on the 15th, and let's see how this would have been different. Well, for one thing, I wouldn't have taken that trade on this time frame. Okay, there's no setup on the 15-minute. Our higher time frame indicator down here, this is a multi-time frame indicator giving us momentum. It's bearish, but look at this price action on this time frame. It's not inviting anybody in here. Let's just get rid of that because it wouldn't have been a setup. A setup on the 15-minute, well, you don't want to be trading into, see this here? This orange is a weekly. This white line down here is a monthly, and this orange is a weekly. So you got this really big support level under here that you don't want to be selling into, right? So the setup's just not there on this time frame. Yeah, euro pound's pretty volatile at the best of times in general. This is the kind of setup you want to be looking for. See how we have the midline and the mean. See how we get the break of the mean, and this is starting to trend down. That's the kind of setup you want to look for right here. Okay, these signals, and then you see that this signal. You see this break here, that is key, and that's your entry point, stop loss, and then there's your target. So that's what we're going to be looking for this week. Euro pound, euro yen, what have we got down here? We got the New Zealand CAD, have a look at that. Okay, we got taken out on this one with the higher time frame. Again, I'm going with the daily, as I said before, it's a daily time frame, so stop loss under this price swing, entry, looking for continuation. It's been trending up. There's an aggressive stop run right there, but look what happened midweek. Okay, it completely shifted gears. So what would have happened on the 15-minute time frame? Right, this is a really nice setup. 15-minute, this has got everything going for it. Look at it. So there's the alert right there, these green squares here, and we have our higher time frame agreeing with the trend. This is a nice little pullback, right? We run off that, we enter, probably would have entered here, to be honest. That would have been my entry point. But, we'll just go with the same entry that we took. Let's say we missed that and we went with a breakout. Let's call it a breakout trade. Okay, but it's above the this previous daily, so we'll go with that. Okay, this one would have been a plus 2R versus a -1. So on the 15-minute time frame, we are well and truly ahead. New Zealand dollar, we got hammered last week, to be honest. Oh well. It happens, but what we do is we make up for it in the coming week. Everyone got hammered last week, guys. Look at it. Trend continuation from way back. There's an aggressive move taking out these stops. I'm going with, look, it's a daily time frame trade. Look at my stop loss under this weekly. And look what happens. This is midweek. Bang. Tuesday, Wednesday, it just tanked. Really caught everyone out. So what would we be doing on the lower time frame? So that was a buy on the 4-hour or on the daily time frame, trend continuation. On the 15-minute time frame, this is a sell. So we enter the trade. There's your signal there. We enter the trade based on this, and we're looking for the pullback there or there. Short. Look at it. The other thing we can look to do with this is once we gain a 1R or 1.5R advantage, we could pull our stop loss down to slightly better than break even. Okay, we'll lose a couple, but the outcome, if we were to hang on to these, gives us, what do we got here? That's a 6R. That was our normal target. That's 6.6. So yeah, you catch one or two of these during the week and oh my gosh, look at this. It just kept going, right? Okay, Friday. Let's say we look to close at the end of the week. What do we got here? There's a 10R. Guys, we're going to be looking for these this week. Stop loss down to better than break even. Let a couple run and see how we go for the rest of the week. I think that would be the way to approach it. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Right? Build profits early in the week so that you're up, and then take the risk with letting some of these run. Okay, that's the New Zealand dollar. The US 30, I think that's still running. I actually mentioned to everyone, good idea to close this one. I just wanted to reduce exposure into the end of the week here, and it wasn't really going in our favor or trading in our favor at that point. So some of you may still be in this one. I'd be pulling my stop loss to better than break even by now for sure. All right, but that's the 4 hour, well, daily time frame. See the wide stop under this weekly low here, previous weekly high or low. Scrunch it up, and this will give you the perspective on the daily swing. All right, there's your swing point on the daily time frame. Wide stop down under here. All right, so that's that. But let's have a look at this on the 15-minute. What would it have been? Well, it wouldn't have been a buy on this time frame. It would have been a sell. And we would have been running off any one of these signals. Probably this one, this signal here, that would have been the signal that would have fired. Let's say we came in at this point off these signals, right? So that's when we actually looked at this, so we'll do that. So that's the signal here, and we're looking for the pullback. We're getting the pullback, stop loss above the previous swing, whatever. Okay, that could have been a little bit precarious. If you had a tighter stop, you might have got taken out on that. But have a look at these lines that we've got up here, or this business here. We've got this dotted line, this line here, all these yellow lines. This is a previous daily high or low. That's a resistance level. The other thing we can do with our indicators is bring on this guy. Right, that's giving us this green line under. There's a support zone under there on this time frame. It's not giving us anything up here. That's fine. Oh, it's giving us this up in here. This high here, it's giving us that. But we've also got these yellow dotted lines and this hard line here giving us resistance, right? So, your stop loss could have been up around in here, possibly above these highs, something like that. Right, there's a nice outcome. 1.9. Well, yeah, that reached 2R just down in here. All right, so that one would have been a nice outcome. And then we've got the dollar CAD. Yeah, we're still in this trade. It was a buy, trend continuation, but look at these aggressive moves. This one's still running. All right, so we're just going off that. That's the strategy. Daily time frame, so I've gone with a really wide stop on this. A bit overkill, really, but I went below this previous low. Okay, on the 4 hour, anybody with stops under here have been taken out. This one, we just got away with it. Right, so 4 hour, okay, so we're still in this one. It's running in profit, nice. But on the lower time frame, right, that's the entry point that we took. Okay, in any case, your stop would have gone under the low here. There's your 2R, and you'd pull your stop loss to break even once we are up here, and that would be risk free. Again, as I mentioned earlier, okay, stop loss to break even at about 1R, 1.5R, something like that. Over here, look, so this is the kind of setup you want, guys. When it's trending like that, and you see this green line under on the 15-minute time frame, that's your opportunity. And there's your signal back here. The green line kicks in here. There's your trend or your trade. Okay, dollar Swiss. Right, I went with the break of structure, lower high, looking for a continuation. What happened on the 15? Okay, having a look on the 15, that's a no-go on the 15. Right, there's no signal here, and the only signal we get are these green ones. Oh, there's a signal. That could have been a thing. Right, that might have caught you out. Short right there, possibly, given that that's red. Okay, that could have been a thing, right? So there's a lower time frame that didn't work out, but then this kicks in, and then we're looking for these green dots on the green signal here. Okay, so any of these here would have been a nice trade if we'd caught them long position right there, 2R. Okay, last and not least, gold. I think we're still in this trade. Oh no, we closed this one at break even. Yeah, I mean, it's range bound. Daily time frame, I was looking for something like that. But on the lower time frame, it wouldn't have been a trade. Okay, we don't have a green bar under. All of this back here would have been ideal. Green bar under, look at that, and look at these green signals. Okay, that's the kind of thing you want. In any case, I wouldn't have taken that trade long at all. But, these signals here, definitely. Red signals, red trend. That's a nice outcome there, you see. That's the sort of thing you want to be looking for on the lower time frame. On the pullback, stop above the previous, there's an outcome. You can see that the 15-minute time frame is definitely the way to go. We'll be scalping / day trading on this time frame this coming week, and I'd like to invite you, if you haven't already, to take up our 2-week free trial and try it out for yourself. See how it pans out over the next 14 days for you. Copy friendly. You can copy these with TS Copier automatically. There's a link on my website for everything that you need to know about that. So you can set up automatic copying, try it out with a demo account, automatically copy the trades, see how it pans out. This, you're not charged when you click these links here. This just sets up the subscription. Just click it once, guys. Don't click these twice. Just click it once. That'll open up. You're not charged, and you have full control over this through your own PayPal account. If you decide that it's not for you, you can log into your PayPal account and manage this however you want. So give it a shot. And to be honest, I'm really looking forward to this coming week. I think we're going to have some interesting opportunities for sure. Okay, so with that, hope you have a great day. Safe trading, and we'll see you in the next video.